Hey everybody, and welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics. This is the Artist Knows Andrew speaking, and we've got a huge stack of new CGC Graded Comics coming to the store this weekend. Let's take a look and see what we've got. We start with issue number 1 from Iron Cat. Number 1 from 2022. It's a 9.6 copy, but still, it's a really pretty looking comic. Next up, we have from the Marvel's Aliens line. This is Aliens number 6. I believe this is one of the alternate covers, but it's a really nice looking 9.6 copy with the, I believe that's like the Queen of the Aliens or something, or Empress of the Aliens, something like that. Next up, a 9.6 copy of Black Widow number 11. This is a really nice cover by Adam Hughes, one of the better ones for this series, so it's always pretty. Next up, another Aliens. This is a 9.8 copy of the Marvel Aliens. This is issue number 10 from 2022. Very nice looking cover. Next up is another 9.8. This is Daredevil number 6 from 2023. This is the Peach Monoko variant cover featuring Elektra. Nice looking cover. Next up is the new Fantastic Four number 1 with a wraparound cover by Nick Bradshaw, showcasing the new team with Wolverine, Hulk, Spider-Man, and Ghost Rider, and the old team on the back. Fantastic. Love it. And it's a 9.8 copy, so it's good. Speaking of 9.8, this is issue number 2 of that same series. I believe it's a 4-issue limited series. I'll have to double check, but I have issues 1 and number 2. Next up is another really great looking cover. It's She-Hulk number 14 from 2023. This is the variant for that, and she looks really good. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the next stack. We have here from Marvel Comics from 2021. This is Star Wars The High Republic number 3. It's a 9.8 copy. It's got a really nice looking cover. See Yoda right there on the front. So, Star Wars fans, great thing. Alright, let's see what's next. This is the new series, Ultimate Invasion number 1. This is the Ron Lim variant. It's a 9.8 copy. Very nice. Always got to love the 9.8s. Speaking of 9.8s, we have Star Wars The War of the Bounty Hunters IG-88 number 1 from 2021. This is another 9.8. Got a gorgeous cover, and if you're a fan of IG-88, pretty awesome. Next up is a classic one. This is X-Men number 194 from 1985. It's a 9.6 copy. It's got a great John Romita Jr. cover. Then we have from DC's Future State, this is the next Batman number 2. This is one of the variant covers, but it's also a 9.8, so you gotta love that. Next up from Marvel, this is Venom, issue number 21 from 2023. Another 9.8. It's got a nice little cool cover in there by Brian Hitch. This one I love. This is Golden Goblin number 1 from 2023. This is the alternate cover featuring the Green Goblin. Just a really great image, and another 9.8. Next up, from Star Wars The High Republic number 1 from 2021. Nice cover. It's a 9.6. This one's actually really cool. This is Uncanny X-Force number 1 from 2010. This is the J. Scott Campbell variant. It's a gorgeous looking cover. This was one of the ones that was very limited. It's a 9.6 copy, so nice. Next up's a classic. This is X-Men number 4 from the Jim Lee era. This is actually the first appearance of Omega Red in the comic. And yeah, it's a 9.4 copy, so it's not bad. Not bad at all. Next up's another great book. Champions number 1 from Marvel Comics. It's a 9.8 copy, a great looking team, and really nice looking book. This one is from 1994. This was one of the relaunches of Blade the Vampire Slayer, issue number 1. It's a 9.4 copy, but the thing about this issue is there were a bunch of villains that were introduced in this one, and some of them were rumored to be in the new movie. Not sure if that's still happening or not, but still, it's kind of cool because it does have some first appearances in it. Next up, Grimm number 1 from Boom Studios. This is a gorgeous looking book. If you've never read it, story's interesting, but the art is absolutely fantastic. And this is a first print copy. It's a 9.8. As you can see by the cover, it's pretty cool looking. Next up, from 2019, this is Vampirella Volume 5, Number 1 from Dynamite. It's a J. Scott Campbell alternate cover. Pretty piece of art. It's a 9.2, but still, it's a gorgeous looking cover. Now we go back to the classics. This is X-Men number 196, another John Romita Jr. cover. Very nice. This is an 8.5 copy, so it's not the greatest, but it's still a gorgeous looking book. And last but not least for this stack is a copy of Strange Academy number 1 from 2020. This is the Art Adams variant. He did the variant cover on, I believe, like 13 or 14 issues. All gorgeous, spotlighting an individual character. This issue has a lot of first appearances, and it's a 9.6, so it's gorgeous. Honestly, this is one of the ones, if it never sells, I would gladly keep it in my collection. As a big Art Adams fan, it's a gorgeous looking book. So next up in this collection is New Mutants number 100. This is actually the third print variant. I didn't even know there were 3 prints of this, but I guess there is. And this is a 9.6 copy. And you know how the second and third and ascending prints usually have a much lower print run, so fantastic, very cool. Next up, this one's actually great. This is Marvel Tales, Tails, number 1, featuring Peter Porker as the Spectacular Spider-Ham. And this is his first appearance as well. It's a 9.2 copy, so it's a lot of fun and a great issue to have. Next up, Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man number 1. I had gotten a 7.5 of this previously, but I was able to grab a hold of a 9.2 copy. Look at that. Gorgeous. Secret Wars 2, issue number 5. It's a 9.6 copy, and I believe this is the first appearance of Boom Boom. Very cool, very cool. This one's really cool. This is Alpha Flight number 1 from John Byrne. It's a 9.4 copy and looks fan-frickin-tastic. Wonderful comic. Next up, another copy of Terminator number 1 from Dark Horse Comics. It's a 9.8 and gorgeous condition. This is a great looking book, and I'm glad I've got another copy of it. This one's cool. Darkhawk number 1, the first appearance and origin of Darkhawk. This is a 9.6 copy. Looks really good. I remember when this comic came out, you could actually find it in 50-cent bins for the longest time. Then there were rumors that they're making it into a TV show or a movie, and all of a sudden the demand for that first appearance skyrocketed. But that's a 9.6 copy. Speaking of a great issue, this is Daredevil, issue number 174. It's a 9.4 copy, and it's the first appearance of the Ninja Clan, The Hand. Plus, it's all by Frank Miller, and features Elektra and Daredevil, so you gotta love it. This is one of my personal favorites. This is Firestorm number 1. Firestorm the Nuclear Man number 1 from 1978. This is his first appearance and origin, and it's a 9.0 copy, a 9.0 copy, but it's fantastic looking. Love it. Next up, Fantastic Four number 185, the issue from 1977, and it's the first appearance of Nicholas Scratch. Not sure who that is, but still, it's a great looking cover. 9.2, so it's a nice looking edition. Alright, next up, just random ones, believe it or not, but this is Nightwing number 81, features Batgirl and Deathstroke appearances. It's got a nice looking cover. It's a 9.8 copy. This is actually one of the older cases from CGC where they put the white pages under the middle instead of on the numbering tag. And it's a little bit thinner than the cases they do nowadays, but still, great looking book. Here's another one, also from the older cases. This is Marvel's Ultimate Spider-Man, issue number 5 from, what is this, 2001. Very cool. And it's a 9.2 copy. So if you're a fan of Ultimate Spider-Man, gotta love these issues. Next up is Magdalene Volume 2, number 1 from Image and Top Cow from 2023. This is a gorgeous looking cover. I believe it's like the metal edition. It looks like a metal cover, but it's a 9.4 copy. So if you're a fan of Top Cow and this era of comics, it's a great looking book. Next up, a bunch of these really were just for me, but I'm sharing them with you now. This is Tarzan number 17 from 1978. It's a 7.5 copy, but God, that's a gorgeous looking cover. Next up, Captain Marvel number 31 from 1974. It's a 6.0 copy, but look how great that cover is. Whole bunch of heroes running off to face battle, fight against the bad guys. You gotta love it. Next up is Marvel Comics Marvel Triple Action number 3. This is a 20-cent comic from 1972. Now it's a 5.0, which still, that's not too dang bad for a book that old. But it's a gorgeous looking cover with the Fantastic Four battling Doctor Doom. Gotta love it. Next up is another Tarzan issue. This is issue number 19 from 1978. It's a 7.5 copy and shows Tarzan in action against a bunch of pirates. Fantastic. Next up, Weird War Tales, issue number 20 from 1973 from DC Comics. It's a 6.5 copy. Still, good looking comic. And if you're into the Weird War Tales, it's kind of cool to have. Next up from Jack the King Kirby is Commandy, The Last Boy on Earth, issue number 14 from 1974. Now it's a 6.0 copy, but that's a pretty fantastic looking cover with Commandy jumping off of what looks like a giant insect in like some type of battle scene. Still very cool. And last but not least, another new comic. This is Tarzan, issue number 24 from 1979. It's also a 8.0, so a little bit better than those 7.5s, but still, great looking comic, great looking cover, wonderful. Now, stay tuned because we've got a lot more coming. I've kind of been on a little bit of a buying spree lately and buying up a whole bunch of comics, a whole bunch of CGC comics, plus I just sent out another shipment of comics from my own collection, and when they get back, I will share them with you, and we'll see what we get. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for checking out the video. Hey, everybody, and thanks a lot for checking out the video. If you like the content, click the subscribe button, and hit the bell for notification. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Thumbs up, thumbs down, either way, and we'll catch you all next time.